Hello friends, Grandpa Hickory. I just going to come on and make this video and just kind of talk to you. I got my tea. I was on earlier, but I had to go do some errands and everything. You know, I was going to tell you that I put up a video about a girl named Beverly Peacock that really impacted my life back in the 1960s. I had a band. We were known as the Oak Cliff Beats, and we played all over Oak Cliff. And we did a lot of different venues and things like that. We did background music in Summit Sound recording studios in Dallas, Texas. And we were busy. And me and Beverly Peacock, we were in the 5th grade together into the 6th. And halfway through the 6th grade, you know, she was always out in the audience when we were playing. And we would do different numbers and things on stage. And I knew right where she sat, and oh, she was beautiful, black-haired girl, had long black eyelashes, long black hair. She was a very beautiful girl, and she was from an upper middle class family, and of course, I was a poor boy, absolutely poor boy. So anyway, her dad owned a bowling alley, and she gave me a bunch of free passes, but I never went. But I was with her one time. Her mom was driving, and she's with one of her girlfriends, and they went to the bowling alley, and her mom went inside to get something from the dad, and I don't remember exactly what the errand was. But anyway, her mother came back, and we talked in the car, and God, she was gorgeous. We were in the back seat, and her mom got back in the car and started driving, and it was turning dark. And well, I leaned back and I kissed Beverly Peacock on the lips. And she was like, you know, and the little girl beside her was like, wow, you know. And did you know that evidently her mother was looking back in the rearview mirror when I'd done that? She never said a word. But they dropped me off and they left. And the very next day I got to school and I didn't see Beverly Peacock in class. I looked around the room and I thought, I wonder what's going on. Well, lunchtime, I went out in the hallway and started walking, looking, you know, thinking, man, what happened? And I think I saw her and her mother going out the door, out of the principal's office. And then I learned that Beverly Peacock had been checked out of school, and her mother had very promptly moved her. And they had moved way out of town. I didn't know where they moved. They didn't want me knowing where they moved to. And, you know, things like that kind of hurt you. But you know that I walked up there in the auditorium. I went upstairs and I went over to her seat that she always sat in when I was up there playing guitar and singing. And I was always singing to her, you know. And, you know, I can look back to that very day. And did you know I can see the changes in my life that started that very day? Everything changed. It wasn't long. We lost our beloved teacher, Mrs. Pickrell, and then Mrs. Wilson was gone, the art teacher. I don't know what happened to Miss Joycelyn Johnson. She was our music teacher. She was gone too. And these other teachers come in that I wasn't even familiar with. One was named Mr. Hood, and he went on to become a principal at John F. Peeler School eventually. He was my 8th grade teacher at W.E. Griner Junior High School in Oak Cliff. And he was okay. I just never really cared that much for him. And, you know, he wasn't part of my past. And I guess I was just kind of in love with everybody and wanted them to stay in my life, in their places where they were. I didn't want everything to change. But everything, it seemed like, changed at that time in my life. Can you look back on your life and see a circumstance that stands out? And, you know, like I said, we went to the 7th grade the next year, and it was a very lonely year without her. It was misery. And then I was out of elementary school, and it was goodbye to John F. Peeler School, and I was crushed. My whole world changed. And W.E. Griner was a horrible place to go. It was a horrible place to go. But anyway, I ended up quitting in the 8th grade, and I went to N.R. Crozier Tech at night. It was night school, Dallas High School, downtown Dallas. And then I went on to Capital High School. Well, I think it was Capital High School in Dallas, Texas, and I got my GED there. And then I went to Mountain View College, and I got into metallurgy, got into welding technology, and all this junk, just so I could get on a major defense firm, and just as a way to get in there. And it worked. I thank God for that. But I can really see the change that happened when Beverly suddenly vanished from my life. And I never got to tell her how I felt for her. It was kind of a secret, that I couldn't wait to tell her, but I never got to tell her. And I'm sure she's dead now. I'm turning 73, and she was a year younger than I was. So most women die in their 50s. And have you noticed that? Most people die in their 50s. Nearly every one of the people I worked with at work died in their 50s. I think the oldest one lived to be 58. And I'm turning 73, and it's kind of scary. You look around and wonder, uh-oh, what's happening here? What it is ain't exactly clear. The Grim Reaper standing somewhere with his finger pointing at me saying, you gotta beware. Hey, listen, this is Grandpa here from Texas. Please hit the like button, and I'm inviting you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video. The changes that happen in our lives. Goodbye for now.